Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi and Moon. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock, a classic match between two classic WarCraft 3 players, but Infi this time choosing, well, actually the colors are off. Let me go ahead and fix that. There we go. Infi choosing Undead in this matchup. Infi spawning as the red Undead over here at what I'll call the 4 o'clock position. Meanwhile, all the way across on the other side of the map, we are looking at Moon spawning as the blue Night Elf. Night Elf versus Undead, and Infi, who is now much more of a random player, opting to choose Undead. Well, it must be because trying to avoid certain matchups where he doesn't want to play against the Night Elf, and thinking that Undead is perhaps one of the best matchups to go against. Hey everyone on Twitch, thank you for tuning in, even though I just started streaming. I guess having a consistent stream time is good. For all of you guys out there who want to catch my stream live, just drop by, say hi. I do stream from 6:30 a.m. Pacific time to 7:30. That's about the normal time. Yes, I know it is very early for a lot of you guys out there. I actually wake up at 5:40 every morning to try and get a jump start on my day, do a little bit of exercise, and then cast these games for you. So I hope you guys are definitely enjoying all of these games here, as we're going to see the Acolyte quickly scout out his opponent. Infi scouting out, and now sees that it is going to be a Keeper of the Grove training up archers. No big surprises here. Meanwhile, we're looking at the other side of the map, Death Knight with ghouls. Tale as old as time, so to speak, for WarCraft 3 players, seeing a Keeper of the Grove. Well, actually, I wouldn't say. It's more often it was Demon Hunter with archers. So Death Knight with ghouls, tale as old as time. And meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove, something that has come from the new meta, as you see a quick entangle onto this Acolyte here. Alright, what is that going to mean? It means that there is not going to be Ents joining in on the fight just quite yet, which means that the Keeper of the Grove is not going to have access to level 2. Interesting choice, as the Death Knight runs around and now going to perhaps be trying to harass here. Is he going to get the last steal? I don't believe so. That Death Coil just a little bit slower than that Archer's projectile. And wow, up 75 mana lost, a day late and $1 short. Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that for a sea turtle hatchling, but exactly that there, not getting that little bit of extra gold and that little bit of experience. Big return to Turtle Rock for WGL, as we're going to look at the units continuing to fight once more. Hi, good luck, have fun. Well, hopefully, well, I don't need any luck. Hopefully, I don't do any word salads at the very least, as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove and the Skeletal Minions still here battling it up. There is a bit of harassment here, both sides looking to tech to tier 2 during this time, so no one's really trying to clear out creep camps at this point and stage in the game. The Death Knight has used 2 of those Rod of Necromancy charges so far, and that is a super early tech to tier 2. If you're looking at the timing, I believe he actually teched faster than the Night Elf, something you don't see very often. And with that, it makes me wonder what exactly Infi's specific strategy is. For a player like Infi, who normally chooses random, to choose Undead in a tournament match on stage, quote unquote, against a player of Moon's caliber, you know he has a very specific strategy in mind. Are we going to see what the old school days of a tier 2 Undead push, similar to what Ted reinvented so many years ago, revitalizing Undead players around the world, as resurrecting Undead players, as we're looking at, well, an Ogre Warrior down to 68 hit points. We are going to see a Death Coil save that low hit point ghoul, as the Wisp are going to be coming back across here. Alright, still damaging and trying to fight back and forth with, ghouls are going around the other side. Great insight by Moon to have a Wisp on the other side of the trees to try and keep track of everything that is happening. Ogre Warrior quickly going to get taken out. Item picked up by the Death Knight. Are we going to see a detonation though? As there is a detonation right there, giving level 2 to that Keeper of the Grove, and now getting in another entangle. Alright, low hit point ghoul going to get a Death Coil, going to stay alive a little while longer. However, the Forest Troll coming in to try and deal damage as well. Low hit point ghoul going to get taken down as another entangle comes in. Keeper of the Grove getting in those kills already. Lots and lots of kills early on, as the Keeper of the Grove well, still at night, going to be able to easily return back home and heal up. As the Crypt Fiends start to join in on the fight, the Death Knight army is going to have a much easier time trying to keep these units alive. Piercing damage not that effective against the medium armor of those Crypt Fiends, and the Crypt Fiends also have, well, just more hit points overall. Have you seen the new amazing chicken footprints, by the way? I try to avoid patch notes that talk about cosmetic changes to WarCraft 3 to the reforged graphics. If it was something that was part of WarCraft 3, the normal version of the game, and it actually enhances and gives reasons why you would actually play Reforged over a Frozen Throne, then I will take a look at it a little bit more. I've been disappointed in, I guess, the focus and the direction that Blizzard's management is prioritizing for Warcraft 3. You got to check it out. I was in awe. Sarcasm is, I don't know. I see sarcasm's not lost on me, but sarcasm is difficult to read on the internet. Let's just say that. Is someone even playing Reforged? Technically, we are playing Reforged. We are on the new BattleNet system. Right, we're just using the classic graphics. It was sarcasm. All right. Coming across on the other side of the map, Moon already has a Tree of Life ready to put in the pressure, and we see a Death Coil Frost Nova straight up onto that Demon Hunter very early on. Keeper of the Grove does not have a Staff of Preservation, as that Demon Hunter going to be forced to retreat back. A lot of damage on this Tree of Life. Tree of Life could get taken down very, very quickly. Death Knight could be in trouble. Are we looking at more damage adding in, as we see an entangled Death Knight down to 37 hit points? 1 or 2 more shots should be able to finish it off. There it goes. A skeletal minion makes its way over. And that was a beautiful, beautiful trade right there. Trading a Scroll of Town Portal for a Tree of Life. The cost of the Wisp, cost of that, cost of the building, definitely worth it. As the Death Knight also got, I believe, got a little bit of experience, or perhaps the Creep was the one that finally got that shot off there. Unbelievable. It's already been 18 years since Warcraft 3 came out with this graphics, and the graphics are still favored. Well, see, that's one of the differences in graphics, and I think that's something that game designers should really consider. Photorealistic graphics or higher resolution graphics don't necessarily make a better game. I think of what back in the days of can it run Crisis, just people just trying to get better and better and better graphics, more polygons, more pixels out onto the map. It actually took a step back from creative gameplay. I mean, if you take a look at Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch, no one's going to say the Nintendo Switch is, a powerhouse of a machine. Being able to display high resolution graphics and this and that, but I doubt that you will actually believe players think that Breath of the Wild isn't a great game. It isn't about the graphics that make the game good. It's about being immersed and being able to lose yourself in the game there. And I think that's something that I miss in the Reforged graphics, not being able to lose myself in the game as I'm constantly trying to figure out what exactly I'm looking at. And that's the downside, and that's the problem for me. Alright, coming back down across here, Ogre Warrior going to get taken down, Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3, Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, as well going to finish clearing out the remainder of this green or red creep camp. Meanwhile, we see a quick cancellation on that Tree of Life right there, and Infi is forcing Moon to do something that very, very few players have ever done, keeping Moon to a single base. Moon currently on a single base right now, as we are looking at a Naga Sea Witch as the third hero. Graphics should just be considered like a cherry on top. The artistic style and direction of the game should be set early. To help you determine the flavor and what should be happening, and I think that is important, right? If you look at StarCraft Remastered and Remastered Brood War, they didn't change the artistic style. The artistic style was still definitely there. Reforged graphics to me looks like World of Warcraft trying to be a real-time strategy game, and that artistic style doesn't sit well for me. Anyways, Gargantuan Sea Turtle go again and get taken down, and we see a mana burn onto that Naga Sea Witch, Death Coil, Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. As the Demon Hunter, well, with Cloak of Flames, able to deal so much damage across the board. Death Knight in trouble. No Swirl of Town Portal, Potion of Healing or Potion of Vulnerability transferred off here. Demon Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble, but he does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. All right, Cloak of Flames right there. Orb of Venom going to be coming back around. There is a Dark Ritual of Mana followed up by a Mana Burn, saying, you know what, if you are not going to at least let me enjoy the experience from killing that one unit, I might as well mana burn all of that extra mana that you got back already. Kids, just like anything new, 5-year-old esport is already boring to most of them, unfortunately. Reforged Crypt Fiend is pretty... It is... does the Reforged... It has 6 legs? It has 6... Does it still have arms? I mean, 4 legs and 2 arms, or is it just 6 legs and 2 arms? Anyways, coming back through, Ogre Lord coming back across here, Ogre Warrior, like 6 legs, 2 arms. All right, see, and I think that's just, let's go focus on this game. We have an amazing match between Infi and Moon as they're trying to engage here. We're looking at Moon just getting in a lot of crazy harassment here. Death Knight does have double Obsidian statues, so we'll have access to that mana and be able to constantly heal himself up. But we're looking at a problem in that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter as a second hero to get mana burn to shut down the opposing heroes has become a bit of a problem. Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter both sitting at level 3, almost level 4, and we're also going to be looking at the Priestess of the Moon, who will have access to the Owl Sentry or the Owl Scout, and will be able to shut down any shades that are trying to be added. So far, Infi has been constantly just keeping Moon at one base, but Moon is almost at his second base now. As we're looking at I just realized I cannot see Moon's supply. So 51 over 60 supply. How come no one spotted that to me? All right. Anyways, back around here, Lich, Death Knight, Naga Sea Witch, 3-3-2. We're gonna go ahead and continue to try and creep out some major red creep camps. However, the Owl Scout quickly spots this, and will they be able to clear it in time? That is the question. As the Demon Hunter now going to be charging on in here, sitting at level 4. Mana burn onto the Lich. Devotion Aura quickly picked up as the Death Knight remembers his old way of being a paladin. Crypt Fiend gonna go ahead and get saved right there, as we are still looking at a major battle. However, the Ogre Warriors in that front line getting in some bonus damage onto those Crypt Fiends still. Lich does have that Orb of Corruption getting in some extra damage here. Mana burn onto the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch doesn't need that much mana, as we see a quick burrow right there. Scroll of Healing not going to work there, as the Owl Scout keeping track of everything on the ground. A Potion of Invulnerability used by the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter still diving into harm's way, and getting that Cloak of Flames normally does not work out well for other heroes, but for an agility based hero with high armor and evasion, able to do terrible damage here, as another Crypt Fiend falls. 39 supply going up against Moon's perhaps around 40 to 50. 49 right there. 49 supply. Beautifully done. Whisper all back. New units are being trained up, as we are looking at the Tree of Life now entangling that gold mine. Why did Moon 2 TP? He had that battle. That was... quitting while you're ahead is a very different thing than just quitting. That fight right there, it was starting to reach a tipping point, and well, Moon just made sure that he minimized all of his losses. He didn't necessarily need to back out of that fight, but he didn't want to risk losing that Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter's Potion of Invulnerability, I believe that was starting to come to an end, so he wanted a way to get that unit back out. There is a Staff of Preservation on that Priestess of the Moon, but I think the way Moon lined that up, he's going to be able to come back stronger, faster, and just better in that next fight. We're looking at level 4, level 4, level 3, going up against a level 3, level 3, level 2, as Infi is, well, severely behind right now, and Moon is just going to try and run away with the rest of the game. We are looking at still Lich with impressive damage, plus 23 damage right now between the Claws of Attack and Orb of Corruption, and that Lich's damage, well, could add up very quickly if you are not careful. Mass Archers working versus every race now. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you give a tier 1 unit multiple upgrades, right? They become viable at the other tiers when those upgrades are unlocked. Improve damage, improve range. If and I've said this, like, how come only archers have that upside? How come, right? Like, it would be really nice if riflemen actually had that, but you know, that's my human bias showing once again, especially going up against undead. Anyways, Moon gonna go ahead and lose that Ancient of War here. Tree of Life gonna be ending up getting pressure. We are fighting over here as the Trents are gonna be joining in on the fight. We don't see destroyers, and that is a big surprise here. Are we gonna see a Frost Nova there? Or there's an, oh wow, beautiful micro in the middle of the start of the battle there. Moon dodging that Orb of Corruption attack. There's a Frost Nova onto that, and Demon Hunter was trying to land a mana burn down onto that Death Knight, as the Death Knight gets an Abomination to try and save here. Demon Hunter does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, only has 1, 2 get melted down by that Cloak of Flames, or burned to a crisp by that Cloak of Flames. Staff of Preservation not used on the Demon Hunter, as the Crypt Fiends are now trying to fight their way through. Mass Archers, however, with up to 33 damage per attack, really making short work of everything here. An Abomination, well, getting entangled, and then all of a sudden getting pelted to death with giant arrows, doing that damage here. Alright, that is in fact very high damage indeed. Orb of Corruption going to finish off here. Lich going to try and get perhaps a Frost Nova. And well, once again, archers with that very... Oh, there goes another Priestess of the Moon. Demon Hunter now back out onto the field. And the Demon Hunter's going after that Lich. Lich could be in a little bit of trouble, as the units are now looking to back up once again. This DPS is very strong, but losing that Priestess of the Moon, a big setback in terms of the overall damage. And yeah, these archers are just incredibly powerful. I want to know who actually has more damage: a fully upgraded rifleman, or 2 fully upgraded riflemen, or 3 fully upgraded archers, and what that damage difference is. I'm sure I can do the math a little bit later. And you don't even need to account for True Shot Aura or anything else like that. You know, I know there is a difference in hit points, but then with use of Scrolls of Healing, which heal wide, and also the fact that when you go wide, you want to use magic and AoE damage to deal with those archers. Those archers do have natural magic resistance, making them that much more difficult to take out. All right, big Frost Nova coming back in on the other side. There goes some more Wisp. Archers trying to pull back once again. Demon Hunter in that front line spot. Ring of Regeneration as well, making it difficult to take down this 10 armor hero. All right, once more, another Frost Nova. That archer takes a Frost Nova and only gets 160 damage. Right there, more Devour Magic, eating up many of those forces of nature, trying to get a little bit more experience off to the side. Thank you for the follow, as we're looking at, well, more archers coming back in again. All right, Abomination in that frontline spot. Well, downside, though, is that the Abomination does not actually have that much armor, and that is the reason why the archers are able to deal so much damage still. Moon is sitting at 70/70 supply. There are some repairs coming in. Mana burn coming in onto that Death Knight. Death Knight now out of mana once more, as the Destroyers trying to back away. Demon Hunter, Fork Lightning coming back across their goal. A couple of archers. Fork Lightning the counter to try and deal with some of those archers, as that Frost Nova, Fork Lightning 1-2 combination could work out well. Death Knight in a lot of trouble, though completely surrounded. Is he going to try and back away? Scroll of Town Portal on the Lich in order to allow the Death Knight to retreat, and there they go. Turtle Rock is a great map. I do like Turtle Rock. I like how, even though it is technically it is a fairly large map, there's so many areas of the map that you cannot get to, that you end up coming across your opponent quickly and often. Death Knight, well, is he going to pick up here? It looks like Infi is in trouble, sitting at 57/60 supply compared to 64/80. Moon is in a definite advantage once more, as the Death Knight now, well, ready to lead the charge here. Tree of Life, well, still mining away, not fully saturated at this point. Like Owl Scout once again doing its best job of being an owl, as the archers are still making their way back over. Destroyer is going to go ahead and continue to put pressure here. We're looking at the Destroyers trying to get in some damage. However, the Priestess of the Moon coupled with the Archers dealing so much damage. Mana burn onto that Death Knight as the Death Knight loses precious mana once more. Lich could be in trouble. Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter, but Potion of Lesser Invulnerability while making that Demon Hunter not have to worry about any of that damage. So far, though, level 2 Fork Lightning unable to make as good of a play as we would want to see, as the Lich may try and get off a Frost Nova onto some of those units, trying to focus down another Archer there. War of Attrition doing so much to just try and take down one of these lone Archers. Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to make its way back. Mana burn onto that Lich. Well, Cold Arrows perhaps going to make it difficult for the Demon Hunter to retreat back. Staff of Preservation saves again as the units are going to be retreating once more. All right, it looks like another Archer will finally get taken down. We're looking at 60 supply compared to 64, and Moon does have a stronger economy. Will he be able to hold on to this? Oh, some free eats for those Destroyers, as the Destroyer is able to quickly take or devour magic those couple of units. Units going to try and engage again. Are we going to see a Frost Nova or any Fork Lightning? That's the question, as the Demon Hunter now leading the charge again. Destroyer is going to try and devour some more magic again, as the Demon Hunter, while being forced to back off. Fork Lightning should be coming across some of those Archers here in just a moment. Mana burn. Oh, nope, no mana burn. Just a Fork Lightning there, as we could be looking at the Priestess of the Moon in trouble. No, entangle onto the Death Knight, as the Death Knight trying to back away. As the Destroyers are just continuing to try and heal again. And this war of attrition from the Lich and the Death Knight and the Fork Lightning really starting to take its toll, as mana burns now starting to go down onto the Obsidian statues as well. Excuse me. All right, Demon Hunter taking a lot more damage. That negative armor, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability forced to be used again. Destroyers just trying to make their way, finish off that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter could just walk all the way back home, take a little bit more damage, and those Archers still with lots and lots of, well, extra pressure or extra survivability, as Moon is, well, running up on 3 bases, or will be up on 3 bases soon. Wait, no, he's up on 2 bases. Main bases are done mining. Tree of Life is going to be taken down, and it's going to be 1 base versus 0 here in just a second. There's a Fork Lightning getting in a little bit of experience. Crypt Fiends now making their way back down here, as the Archer is going to go ahead and, well, where are they moving off to? Moon sitting at, well, 61 supply over 80 compared to Infi. Infi does have a larger army at this point, as Acolytes are joining in on the fight, and I believe all of the Ghouls are off of the lumber line as well. We're going to be going into a fight right here. Destroyers are going to entangle onto there's a Death Coil, Frost Nova, however, a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to dive on in. Ghouls getting caught in transit, just trying to walk away, as the Lich going to get mana burned once more. Demon Hunter still sitting at level 4 after all this time, unable to get to level 5 for level 3 mana burn. Destroyers continuing to devour magic, trying to replenish those hit points, as Infi is separated from the rest of his, well, base. He's trying to chase back and forth, and once again down to 44 supply, losing 15 supply rather quickly, as the Archers are now overhead, able to get in some easy damage. Just lying a trap inside, as the Demon Hunter trying to push back the other side here. Mana burn onto the Lich, but Infi looks like he is going to be in trouble. Another Frost Nova, and is this going to be another game of mass Archers holding down the fort and using that superior range and damage to just shut down, well, Infi's great play? It's so far mana burn to deal with the heroes, and in addition to just sheer damage output of all of those Archers causing a problem, Destroyers are needed to deal with all of those entanglements, as the Tree of Eternity has picked itself up and now starting to entangle this gold mine as well. All right, Lich making its way off over here. Infi perhaps going to spot that this expansion is still up 41 over 60 supply. There is no gold mines being haunted by Infi at all. And that, well, that may be the end of it, folks here. Destroyer is now going after the Tree of Life. 64 over 80 supply. Priestess of the Moon is sitting at level 4, and at level 4 can, well, come across with, well, a little bit more damage as well. Lich with plus 23 damage, while dealing up to, what, 55 damage, plus that negative armor debuff, not able to do that much, as we see a mana burn go down. Death Coil, Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter gets a Scroll of Healing. Mass Archers right here, good range, able to push in through so much damage, and you can see, well, there goes an Archer and another Archer as well, but it is going to cost the Crypt Fiend getting the Keeper of the Grove to level 5. We're still looking at full saturation on 1 gold mine and 2 gold mines, as the Tree of Eternity has been moved over. 42 supply now, as Infi's trying to get every ounce of effectiveness out of his units, but Moon's double economic advantage, mining 14 more gold a second compared to his opponent. That is going to be a big downside. I believe even the Black Citadel was unsummoned to get a little bit more gold. And well, when you are summoning your main town hall, you know that you are pretty much risking everything, and that is pretty much going to be it here. Demon Hunter finishes off the Naga Sea Witch, gonna finish off the Death Knight. Death Knight was about to fall, and Moon takes the game here using mass tier 1 to deal with tier Crypt Fiends, Obsidian Statues, and Destroyers. All right, I don't know if Blizzard watches my videos, but well, yeah, that's a little bit unnerving to see mass archers being that effective in that high level of a play. It is a combination of all the units, I will admit to that. Without the Demon Hunter, the Naga Sea Witch and the Lich would have been able to use Frost Nova very effectively to deal with all of those archers. But that's what happens if you have a hero who is an anti-magic hero, and then you have mass tier 1 that says you can't deal mass AoE damage to my units since they already have natural magic resistance. Well, those archers are just end up becoming very difficult to deal with. Even the abominations in that frontline spot could not really handle all of those archers. Keeper of the Grove with one entangle, it doesn't even need to last the full time. Even a 2-second, 3-second entangle, all of a sudden the archers are able to get in like 2 volleys of attacks onto that abomination, and with that abomination is pretty much already dead. Thanks. It matters on the type of map it was. I do not think that strategy would work well on Twisted Meadows. Twisted Meadows being a larger map with larger, wider walkways does become a bit of an issue as well. That map really favoring range units where all of your units can be attacking at the same time, as opposed to units trying to walk around each other. Moon recognizing that and bringing this particular strategy on this particular map against this particular race. So if anyone says, how do I get better at WarCraft 3? Watch a game like this and realize there are so many depths and so many things to try and understand when these players are playing at such a high level. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.